Hi, everybody. This is Steph, the Educator. I am back again. I want to just welcome everybody to Essential Pedagogy. I've been uh, I've been away for a minute, but I am back. So I think it was 3 weeks ago. I had a rerun because my air conditioner went out. And then, so I live in an apartment and it was an emergency situation because I think it was like 86 degrees or higher. And so since I called in a ticket for my air conditioner being out, they were coming to deliver right around the time that I was supposed to go live on the show. So that's the reason why I had a rerun for that time. Um yeah, so also around that time is when I've had a whole lot of different things go on. Listen, I think I'm going to write a book because I have a very unique perspective on life. I think I can make people laugh. I need to take this show on the road. But um so the week the air conditioner went out is the last week of school. 2 weeks prior, we had um, a disturbing revelations about a teacher who the students found the mugshot of her online and was passing it around at school and spreading rumors. This was not an AI mugshot. And so there you have it. We're just going to go leave it at that. We had a tumultuous last 2 weeks of school. My air conditioner was out the last week of school. That was also the week I was supposed to enroll in grad school. Yay. That the last day to enroll. So the last day of school, I was we all had a duty station because the students had something similar to like a field day, but it wasn't a field day. It was something that PTA did as a fundraiser. Anyhow, half of that time I was on the phone with my apartment complex trying to get the air conditioner situation resolved because at that time it had been 7 days since I had the window portable unit, the loud portable unit in my house. So I didn't get a good night's sleep all that week. I was on the phone with the manager of my apartment complex and then um, uh, was also on the phone with my lender because I am not paying cash for school because my last name is not Trump. Just ain't. So I don't have that check that this university wants immediately. I was under the impression that I had to have funding because I got it confused with all my long days and nights that if I wasn't enrolled, I didn't have access to Canvas. And so I wanted to secure funding, and with me being on the phone with the manager, the air conditioner person, and managing people in and out of my house, I neglected to go online and actually enroll for my classes. My classes started June 2nd. Before June 2nd, though, I made sure at orientation that I shared phone numbers with at least one person in my cohort. And that one person came over and we met before class was to start. I think it was like either a Thursday or Friday. Yeah, I think it was last week, Thursday or Friday. So we got on our computers and we signed in, and I had my, student ID. I had all this stuff going on. And we looked and I had no classes and she had four. So I'm on a fast track to get my master's of educational leadership, and she's on a 2-year program. So they've combined the cohorts um, to just to have more resources of people working together and things like that. Anyhow, this is the first year they've done that. So either it's I think it's cohort 17 we're in. So she comes over and I noticed that I don't have classes. She has classes. She's got access to Canvas. I don't. I'm panicking. And, so we get over that panic and we start going on the checklist and saying, hey, I need a parking pass because I'm going to school in person. Hey, I need an ID. So let's go ahead and take our digital picture and then we'll pick it up when we get on campus. So that's exactly what we did. I'm in school 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30. 2 classes for 3 weeks and another 2 classes for 3 weeks in July. Y'all, rigor is not the word. It's not the word. You see my face? I, I have no lashes. My hair, I need to do something with my hair. I have, oh my gosh, let me see, 1, 2, 7, and the 8th one is in my mailbox right now. 7 books for class. This is all for class. And I'm going to talk to you about these books in a second because look, carrying all this, you see, I don't need to work out because these books in this bag is making me fight osteoporosis. So it's a lot of books. And not to mention the articles they make us read. Like yesterday it was 3 articles. Day before that it was 2 articles. Every day. Like I just don't understand. Like why every day? Every day. They're giving us stuff to read and write about. Every day. Okay. So anyhow, so I'm reading like I'm supposed to because, they assigned us reading. One of the books we're reading is called Moral Intelligence. And look, I'm all into it. This is a business book, by the way. I'm in education. This is a business book. It's called Moral Intelligence. Maybe some of you business people have read this book. I was all on board about this book until chapter 8. And I'm going to tell you, there's lots of scenarios, lots of business leader, people, finance, company leaders. I got my little notes and things, my sticky notes and all that. So, lots of stuff. Lots and lots of reading, lots and lots of writing, lots of keeping up. And I've only got 2 classes. I'm going to be a little bit more sensitive to my students who have 4 core classes that I know that they have to sit and get in. This is a lot. It's just a lot. And of course, they want you to produce um, on the spot. Like we have to come up with um, presentations. They're going to give us 30 minutes to work on this presentation with four. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Robin? Like 30 minutes to work on this presentation, or an hour to work on a presentation with four people about a topic. So we have to become like subject matter experts on a topic, create a presentation of some sort, and make it engaging, teach the people, and go from there. Let me just tell you, collaborating with people, it is really hard collaborating with people sometimes, especially if you don't know them well. Then like we ended up talking over one another and not understanding each other's rhythm. It was really tough. It's been tough. I'm going to give you a journey. So I got to school Monday. Um, I was lost. I didn't know where to park necessarily. Then I went and parked just anywhere, and I was like, I just hope my car is there, because I didn't get a parking pass in the mail or anything like that. They said I didn't need one, but you never know. You starting something new. So we went, and I parked. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be walking back to my car and find it gone, but found the building in my classroom, and I was one of the first ones there because I was so nervous about the whole thing. Um, and not my morning professor, but my afternoon professor pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, you're not on my roster. I need for you to fix this." So I have been trying to fix it since I found out that I wasn't enrolled. So been trying to secure funding. I decided not to go with um, the government funding. I decided to go with a private lender for education, and been talking to them, and it takes longer than I think. Everything takes longer than you think, right? Like it took longer than I thought. And so what happens is the process gets hung up, because if you are not enrolled, then the school does not acknowledge the funds coming in. So they can't acknowledge you really being a enrolled student and saying, "Hey, yes, she is enrolled and she is in this degree plan," until I enroll. They halt enrolling because I had a pending fee or something like that from the past, because I had been at that school before and didn't know I had a pending fee. So when I go on there, it tells you to email a person or a department. So I emailed the department, and I'm waiting to hear from them. But in the meantime, I'm not on anybody's roster. I'm just going to school. And if I get more than one absence in this 3-week period, I will be getting a B. If I get a B minus, I'm on probation and possibly kicked out of the program. So I can't be absent, and I'm still working on this getting in school. I'm just kind of in limbo. So I was in limbo Monday, I was in limbo Tuesday. Finally, I emailed the department manager and just told her, "Hey, I'm not enrolled. This is why. This is where I'm stuck. My funding is trying to get verification that I'm a student. They can't get verification I'm a student unless I'm enrolled. Can you let me enroll? Like, please." So anyway, I had to clear that debt, and it wasn't very clear on how to clear the debt when everything was blocked. So finally, they unblocked that for so that I can pay, and then I'm paying out of my personal checking account. And then I pay, I get, I think I'm going to be able to enroll. I enroll for the next summer session, not the session that I'm currently in, but the next 3 weeks. And it says that I have missed the deadline to enroll. So I asked the department manager, what am I to do? Should I just go home now? What's happening? And she said, oh, just fill out this paper and then you'll be able to enroll. So I fill out the paper. The paper says that since I enrolled late, I now owe another $500 plus $50 per week that I'm in the session because I enrolled late. And that I will pay that. I submit that paperwork because I'm like, hey, you know what? It's going to roll into financial aid. It's going to be all right. I cannot let this deter me from my goals and my future, right? So she gets the documentation. You know, I get it digitally. I sign it. I'm all this while I'm trying to listen to class, be on board with people, do group work, all this. The next email I get is, oh, and you'll have 24 hours since you enrolled late to pay your bill for the summer session. And I looked at the email and I said, well, if I don't have it, they're going to have to kick me out. Because none of this was told to me beforehand. Like if I don't have it and they take me out of Canvas, no wonder people are irate, right? Like if they kick me out of my class, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I went through a lot of drama. I'm getting up at 5:30 in the morning so that I can make my smoothies, so I can have my mushroom gummies, so I can be calm when I walk in. Then I want a little energy, so I can make my matcha tea from scratch because getting matcha out at Starbucks is $5-6 every day. I don't have $5-6 every day to give Starbucks, so I'm making this at home. I became a person to learn how to make matcha because that caffeine doesn't have me going crazy like coffee caffeine. So I'm doing all these things in the morning, starting my day calm, but then having a little energy, packing my lunch, putting my nectarines in a bag and my little slider, sandwiches I make at night. I'm packing all this stuff plus 2 classes worth of books in my bag, like bag lady. Every time I got to make 2 trips down to my car. 2. One for my lunch and whatever necessities I need to. I don't even carry a handbag. I put my wallet in my book bag. I bring a charger for my computer. I have these 3 to 4 books every time. And then all the thinking I'm doing to plan my day and to make sure that I'm okay and got all the things. And then to get out at 4:30 and be ready again to be out the house by 7:30, 7:45 to be there at 8:30 with all the things read and highlighted and summarized and typed up. I barely know all the people. I don't even know all the people's names in my cohort. I don't. But We got projects assigned already. It's a lot, y'all. And I am not understanding how I'm going to do this with even more students, because I don't know if I told you guys this, but one of the middle schools in my district closed. And so now we're getting half of the students enrolled at that school, which probably is approximately about 400 kids or something like that we're going to get additional to the kids that we already have, which is about 1,000 in the entire school. And so that's going to push numbers up to about, I don't know, maybe about 150 to 160 kids students we're going to have in class every day. And we are not going to have professional development time where we get to collaborate with our teachers and receive some professional development. Y'all, and our law class is in the fall. And I hear those books are heavy. They're interesting classes, but it's a lot. Okay, so back to moral intelligence. Y'all, this moral intelligence book I call BS. I'm going to read y'all a scenario, okay? This is going to be so fun. Chapter 8. Where is that? Because we were assigned chapter 5 to chapter 9 and to do a survey that is in the back of the book to see how moral you are. Okay, girl. But I did my survey before I read the book. But if I would have done it after, it probably would have been the same. It's just that I'm a little bit more cynical about what people call moral. So in chapter 8, it talked about a guy getting let's see, where is it? Recognizing feelings. Let's see, emotions. Okay. In chapter 8, it gave you a scenario. All these have like different scenarios to help you understand what morality, integrity, self-awareness, those things look like walked out in a work setting. So this is a scenario. I can remember being excited when my boss decided that he wanted me to be his successor. But there was a hitch. Charlie, the guy everyone thought would get the job, figured he had it all wrapped up. So my boss decided that he would create a new job for Charlie and sell it to him as a promotion, thereby getting him out the way so I could have a clear shot for my boss's job. Then after I got my new job, my boss would find a way to get Charlie out of the company. I wouldn't accept it. I told my boss that Charlie had always been straight with me and I couldn't do this to him. I thought it would be better for my boss to be straight with Charlie. I even quoted him some of his own public statements about integrity. So he was honest with Charlie. After all, the things worked out fine. No, don't clap. Don't clap. I call BS on that because that is not okay. So this guy was getting, say his name was Tom. He was getting the promotion. His boss told him, I want you to get the promotion. The boss was going to give the other guy, Charlie, a fake promotion, then fire him so he would not make a hard time for Tom, the person that was being promoted. Now, if my name was Tom, looking like this, say I'm Tomalina, and my boss came to me and said, hey, you're going to be my successor. I know Charlie thinks he's going to get the job, but I'm not giving it to Charlie. I'm giving it to you. Do you think I, Tomalina, will tell my boss, I'm not standing for that? Charlie's always been honest with me. I demand that you be honest with him. Remember all these times when had integrity? I just don't think things work that way. Now, the book didn't say that this is an example of not having integrity. It just was saying how the person who was getting the promotion displayed integrity by standing up to his boss. In real life, though, I don't think that's going to happen. And if it does, it's a courageous, non-colored person, a person of non-color. I don't care. I don't think a Hispanic person would do it to their boss before they got the promotion. I don't think anybody of color would stand up to their boss before they got the promotion and then tell their boss, hey, I refuse to take this job unless you are straight with this other person. And by the way, remember all them times when you were talking about honesty? I don't care how you put it. I don't care how nice you could have done that. You know what would have really happened in real life? What have really happened in real life if a person like Tomalina with color said something like that to my boss, then I would be fired. Or if I didn't even say anything, but I saw all the ugliness behind all that, then it's time for me to put my resume out there because it's just a matter of time that you're going to fire me for something stupid. That's all I'm saying. Somebody lying. But I'm going to finish reading whatever they want me to read. I do like this book better. It's called Developing Leadership Character. This is a good book. A book I really, 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 really like is Breakthrough Principles. My degree plan is a plan is in a master's in educational leadership. Not only could I go into educational leadership in a private sector, I could be a principal because with this degree, I get the principalship and the opportunity to take the principal exam, which is a big time exam with a lot of submissions and just a lot. And all I'm trying to say, y'all, is this is rigorous and I want to stick this out, but I know I'm going to need a lot of grace. So I'm asking for those who believe in the Lord Jesus Christ to help me in prayer over this. It's going to be a lot. It's a booger-bear. And if I don't return your calls right away, this is why. Thank you so much. This is why. Okay. They've got me busy and it's going to be even busier in the fall. So I need to get on my energy regimen. I need to figure out how I'm going to have everything streamlined so that everything is not as difficult. But like I said, there's I forgot the big part. My principal's not coming back. Guess who's supposed to be my mentor for my grad program? My principal. Somebody has to sponsor you. This is not a you just go to grad school and be a principal on your own. No, someone has to really sponsor you to be your mentor during this whole process. I found out today at approximately 4 p.m. that my principal, who's supposed to be my mentor, is no longer my principal. He's been promoted, y'all, to a high school. I got a new principal. I'm getting more kids, and Our building is half our building is going to be knocked down. Half of the school is going to be in portables next year. I'm needing prayer. I'm needing prayer. I hear our new principal is a good guy and he's very professional and he runs a tight ship. He used to be in the military. And I'm very happy that we're going to have someone who is about the business. So I'm excited about that, but I'm also nervous about that. You just never know until you work under somebody how they're going to be. But I'm excited that he has a good reputation for being conscientious, but also um, uh, a big disciplinarian, especially with the students. I hope everything goes well. I hope and pray about it. But y'all just keep me in your prayers. Who those of you who believe in Jesus Christ, and I want you to be praying to nothing else on my behalf. Keep those to yourself, honeys. I am going to hopefully be in my last week of studies for this semester, and I would have earned 6 credits. And hopefully, I'll have a whole lot of good news to report because I'm going to give it all I got. At my big age, honey, big age. So, all of you guys who are thinking about pivoting, doing something new, uh, going back to school, whatever, you do what you got to do in order to move onward and upward, no matter how old you are. Look, I'm at a big age, but I keep thinking about Colonel Sanders and how he started Kentucky Fried Chicken at an old age. There's so many people who have done things at an older age. And I think it's better for me to have done things now or do things now when I have the temperament that I have, because I'm a much more patient person. I have a temperament that is not pop off on you. You know what I mean? Like I used to kind of go off on people and be like, "What you talking about?" Like now I kind of hear people out. Don't that I'm so seasoned that now I am ready to be somebody's principal if I was to choose so, which I don't know if that's going to be my journey. But I have the demeanor to be like, Now I think the same. You full of crap, but I'm going to be like, fascinating. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, Miss So and So. I want to encourage those who want to do something different. Please do. I'm thankful for my journey that I've had so far, and I'm thankful for the journey ahead. Like I said, this channel was started because I have developed a level of compassion that I didn't have before for parents during the time of pandemic and them struggling to teach their children lessons or to follow through with lessons that at home, right? And so I'm furthering my education because I want to continue to bridge the gap. I want to continue to help people in their understanding of what school is evolving to be and what they need to do in order to prepare their students for the future. So that's what I'm here for. Thank you for watching Essential Pedagogy and listening to me rant and rave about my experience in school. I hope to have something very concrete in 2 weeks to talk to you about. I think it's going to be about leadership character. I really, really enjoyed this book, and I want to talk to you more about that and leadership styles. By then, I will probably have written a paper on leadership styles, because I have one that's going to be due really, really soon. So I'll have a lot to talk to you about that. So until next time, I want to remind you to follow me on YouTube, right? I have a Essential Pedagogy channel on YouTube. Please follow me there and just put a ding ding, like you want, reminders, and a like, and even a comment, you know what I mean? Let's do some of that, okay? All right. Well, talk to you soon. Until next time, I'll see you guys later on Essential Pedagogy. Bye.